Hello, we are live for another episode of Freedom Fridays with Dana Lee. I am your host, Dana Lee. I'm a diet recovery coach, and I help women heal from decades of dieting damage. I help them heal emotionally, mentally.
I am your host, Dana Lee. I'm a diet recovery coach, and I help women heal.
All right, there we go. Oh my God, I had such crazy feedback. Okay, so hopefully, can you guys hear me okay? Can you let me know? So anyway, I am live. I'm live both on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Life Beyond Dieting, and also on YouTube. So if you can hear me okay, and there wasn't that crazy feedback, I'm sorry about that. I think because the volume was up on my my laptop. So hey, listen, with this new technology, we live and we learn. Okay, so anyhow, we are on to our next episode of Freedom Fridays with Dana Lee, and I'm really excited to bring you this topic. We have Valentine's Day coming up in a couple days, and I want to talk about goal setting, and I also want to talk about, oh good, Eileen, I'm glad you're here. Goal setting is definitely, I know, something that you really love. We were just talking about recently with habits. So, okay, hi, you guys can hear me okay? Yes, okay, great. So we're going to talk about goal setting today, and we're going to talk about self-love versus like a weight loss goal. Or these other goals in general, where we think that self-love is going to be the outcome of these goals. And unfortunately, if we look back in the patterns of our life, if you're in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, you now can look back in retrospect and see how that outcome has fallen short. So I thought this was a really great topic to discuss with Valentine's Day coming up, because I've actually reclaimed Valentine's Day myself, because for years, I always dated somebody. I was always with somebody or married on Valentine's Day. It just never felt like a good holiday where it's like this obligatory, send me flowers or buy me things or whatever. My husband and I have more of a random act of kindness kind of relationship. Even Christmas time, we do not give each other presents on Christmas. And I tell you, it has not taken away from the magic of Christmas for me at all. What we do is during the year, we will just make joint purchases or think about ways that we give to each other in very random acts of love and kindness. So the idea of Valentine's Day to be like, make sure you get me a card or flowers, or that doesn't feel genuine or good to me. So maybe we'll do something for Valentine's Day, but maybe not. We might just cook like a HelloFresh at home or something. I know on Saturday night, we're going to go to the climbing gym, but we're going to do that anyway. Like those are things we do anyway to celebrate our love and our marriage. So maybe it was a couple years ago, my friend Colleen, who is also one of my clients in the mentorship program, she had a different take on Valentine's Day, and I really liked it. I started to embrace it, and it was really more about a celebration of love in general, like love for yourself, love for life, love for our relationships, our friendships. And I started repositioning my thoughts around Valentine's Day. And now I feel like there's a lot to celebrate with love. All the places love shows up in our life and gives us such fulfillment and joy and creates more meaning and richness in our day. So I thought this would be a really great topic to cover, like weight loss goals versus looking at self-love in time for Valentine's Day. So I'm wondering, hi, Deb. Hello. I see I got lots of live viewers. So great to see you guys today. Kelly, Paulina, Eileen, Sally. Howdy, Sally. Awesome. So good to see you guys. And also on my YouTube channel as well, say hello. I would really love to hear from you. Okay, so we're gonna look at what it is we want to get out of a weight loss goal. Let's say you set a goal of losing weight. This episode and these episodes are interactive, whether you're with me live or you're on the replay. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? We want to change our perception and our thinking. So a lot of that has to do with actively getting it out of your brain and sharing it so we can get some our own feedback on like what it is we're saying. It's very interesting to hear what it is that we're saying. So if we set a weight loss goal, what is it you want out of that weight loss goal? Let's pretend you are at your goal weight, whatever that is. Let's pretend you dropped the 20 pounds, the 50 pounds, the 13 pounds, whatever it is, you're already there. How do you feel? How do you expect to feel on the other side of that? So I'm just going to give it a moment. I don't want to put words in your mouth. How do you feel about yourself? And obviously, if you're driving, don't be typing. You can go back and watch the replay. So how do you feel about yourself? Let's imagine the weight comes off. Yes, comfortable. Yep. Comfortable in your own skin, comfortable in the clothes that you're wearing. Yep, I expect to feel happy that I can fit into my jeans again. Strong, confident, no muffin roll. Yep. What else? More confident. Feeling really good. Pretty. Yep. Excellent. These are great. So I would think like when I was always in that chasing the weight loss and setting the goal, have more energy. So some of it is going to be actually a physical thing of, I want to just feel better in my joints and I want to feel lighter and more free. And then another part could be, I want to feel proud of myself. I want to feel really good about who I am. I want to feel accepted, comfortable. Be able to keep up with the grandkids. Yes. Yeah. So better, but still not completely content. Yeah. So Stephanie, we're going to get there. Definitely. Yeah. To think I was satisfied and content. Yeah. So this projecting forward of what we think, if we set this weight loss goal, and now if your eyes are on this video, then you know that there's some track record of that roller coaster. That's why it's called yo-yo dieting. It's we gain the weight and lose the weight and gain the weight and lose the weight, or on the diet, off the diet, on the diet, off the diet. And every time we set forth to set the weight loss goal, there's this huge feeling of ambition about this time I'm really going to love myself. This time I'm really going to feel confident. So now I want to shift gears a little bit. And I want you to imagine, so what if your goal, what would be the outcome of your goal being self-love? So what's interesting about this is your brain might go to, yeah, but weight loss is like a number and it's specific. And self-love seems elusive. I don't even know what that means, but just play along. Just play along. So if your goal was self-love, what would you expect to get from that? Like if I really love myself, how would you feel? How would you feel? So I'm going to give it a couple minutes here. Think about it. If I really love myself, how would I feel? So can we start to see how a lot of that end result is very similar? It's like, if I really love myself, I would feel confident, happy, giving, joyful, happy, confident. Yes. Yep. More confident and accepting of myself, that I already achieved my goal. We're getting somewhere, Eileen. More confident and accepting of myself. Pretty. Yep. All of these things, right? So it's very similar. So now that you have a bit of a history of that track record of looking to lose weight and hoping that you're going to feel a certain way on the other side of that, perhaps you have glimmers of that. But the problem is we're associating the achievement and the physicality of it with an internal way of being. And that's a trap. So if we start to shift this, and this is a big paradigm shift, like it is a huge way, like it's a big deal to start to look at your day in this way. I'm not saying that it's easy to do, but what I am saying is this has changed my life, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my husband, my relationship with my friends, my relationship with my body, with food, all of it has there's been magical ways that things have come out in my life that I couldn't even possibly predict if I kept the goal of weight loss. The goal of weight loss is kind of and I certainly don't mean to offend or push buttons or anything here, although it sometimes does, but a weight loss goal is very shallow. You are a very deep human being with feelings, emotions, spirituality, and the goal of weight loss is very literally very surface. It's skin deep. And our life and what we want out of life, the richness, the depth, the experience, the connection goes way beyond a goal, a shallow goal like that. That's going to keep you stuck for a really, really long time. And it's a trap. So if we want sustainability with those feelings, the confidence, the pride, the feeling beautiful, the healthy, the pain-free in the joints, being able to get on the floor and play with grandkids, all of those things. I want you to think about the sustainability of, if I really love myself, could I actually see the rest of my life being lived in a rich and full and meaningful way? Versus if I keep setting weight loss goals, do I see the rest of my life being fulfilled and lived in a very meaningful way? Or do you see that it's going to just create more of that trap of like weight loss, really literally putting a lot of weight into that? It can be very empty. So this is how I know asking you to think about releasing the idea of goal setting. That could be like, is that scary for some of you? Of like, oh my God, it's all gonna fall apart. Do you think it's gonna fall apart if you don't have a SMART goal? I wanted to talk about SMART goals. Who's heard of SMART goals? So SMART, SMART acronym. Specific, these are general, right? So specific, so the S could stand for specific, simple, significant, right? M, measurable, motivating. A is achievable. It could also stand for attainable, whatever. We're keeping an acronym here. R, relevant. So it's could be reasonable, realistic, resource, results driven. There's all different ways we can, the R stands for all those things. Realistic is very similar to the A, achievable, right? So maybe using a different word for the R. And then T is time-based, giving yourself a time frame. So the thing with SMART goals, the huge missing component of SMART goals is your mental well-being and your emotional well-being. All of that I just explained with SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, is all physicality. It's all physical. It's all the external. And that leaves you feeling, I think those in itself set you up for failure, because it's not involving your mental well-being and your emotional well-being, and certainly not spiritual. So, and I believe the spiritual thread is the thread of all of it. So that in itself, if you're going old school, very, that's kind of masculine dominated type of goal setting, right? And something that a lot of us are very familiar with, and something that it might have even been, you've worked with a coach in the past about, weight loss goals, SMART goal. It's specific. It's a certain number. It's whatever. It's measurable. In the time frame. It's not taking love or any of those feelings into consideration at all whatsoever. And I think that's extracting a major, major component of our day-to-day meaning and purpose in life. So I think it's missing. It's fine if it's a stepping stone to understand and a little bit of like, well, what do I want in life? When I work with my clients, is a different way that we do goal setting and visioning for our life. So when I and listen, today I feel like I am the most successful I have been in my life to date, and I have let go of all of those goals. So if there's a fear of like, well, if, oh my God, who am I without goal setting? Oh my God, it's all going to fall apart. Here's why it doesn't fall apart on a daily basis. So these are writer downers right here. Eat like you love yourself. Move like you love yourself. Speak like you love yourself. And act like you love yourself. That is it, my friends. Think about you're navigating every moment of your day with that basic foundation. As you go into, am I going to eat breakfast? What am I going to eat? Am I going to go for a walk? Am I going to work out? Am I going to meet friends for coffee? Am I going to go out to lunch? Am I going to do this work project? Everything you do is approaching it as if you love yourself. If I acted like I love myself, what would I do? So to me, this has been the ruling factor of every day since I decided back in 2016, 15 to stop dieting. I need to stop dieting and I need to find another way. I need to allow myself to gain whatever weight I gain because I want to love myself for real. Not this elusive idea on the other side of getting lean that I'm going to love myself, because it didn't work that way. It didn't matter if I was 16% body fat, then it was the obsessiveness that it took to maintain that in my life. And I was so petrified if I gained any weight, no one would love me. So that's not self-love. That's not acceptance. It's a constant chase. And if it's not weight loss, then like I have a client I'm working with now, she shared like, okay, so I'm okay with my body, but now I have wrinkles. Like, when does it end? When does it end? The goalposts keep moving with that kind of SMART goal mentality. So eat like you love yourself. If you ate like you love yourself, how would you eat? Would you deny yourself mentally, emotionally, physically? Would you overeat? Would you undereat? Would you manipulate your eating? Would you say, I don't deserve to eat that? How would you eat? How would you approach eating if you actually loved yourself? Yeah. So Tammy says, I'm actually focusing on all these things rather than setting a weight loss goal, and I feel so much better. Self-love and acceptance is so important, Tammy. Now, Tammy also went through my roadmap to food freedom recently, and Tammy and I have go back years. So I'm just so happy. And I know like you've been on your own fitness wellness journey, and that brings you to this point of realizing like, that external stuff I thought was the driver, and now it's coming from within. So then the side effect becomes, oh, isn't that interesting? I'm ready to release the excess weight on my body, because when I move my body like I love myself, your body hears everything your mind says. So there's a certain release of I don't need the excess weight to protect me anymore. You start stepping into every single day being the healthiest you can possibly be, because you eat like you love yourself, you move like you love yourself, you speak like you love yourself. Actually speak, but also what are you saying to yourself in here quietly that no one else hears, but your body hears it. And the vibe and the energy that other people around you, like your children, like your friends, there's a vibe that is given off about your own confidence, insecurity or security. The vibe is given off without speaking anything. And acting like you love yourself. So it is this, where am I saying yes, 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 because I'm a people pleaser, or where am I saying yes to myself because I'm acting like I love myself and I have the healthy boundaries. So Sally said, I don't restrict myself from eating foods I love, but I do eat foods in moderation. So Sally, I do as well. However, moderation is just another diet. So when you're doing it this way, The moderation is the side effect. So rather than approaching your food like I eat in moderation, the way I do it is I eat like I love myself. And because I eat like I love myself, it is naturally in moderation. It is naturally, I'm going to take a couple bites of that and now I'm not interested. And now I feel satisfied. Because I also have done a tremendous amount of work on myself to figure out, well, why do I even go to food in the first place? Food is a coping mechanism. I'm expecting to get relief, or I'm expecting to feel filled up, literally, from food, when actually food will never give you the voice that you need to stick up for yourself, ways that you feel angry, upset, emotions you don't feel safe expressing in life. That's why I have my mentorship, because that is what we work through together. So it's a complex, it's a process, this loving yourself, but I still wanted to give you in today's episode a framework where if you write this down, and you even if it's a notification you can set in your phone to pop up, or someplace, like if you journal every morning, or maybe journal at night, or you have a favorite notebook, write it on the inside of your notebook. Write it on maybe even your bookmark that you're holding the place in your journal. Eat like you love yourself, move like you love yourself, act like you love yourself, speak like you love yourself. If you write that down and operate from that framework, everything else starts to fall into place. Now, if that's like, but I don't know how to love myself, that's a whole nother very deep conversation. And that is also why I have my mentorship program. You think, oh, Dana helps with emotional eating and healing food issues. Yes, but more than that. We actually talk about all this integration in your life way more than we talk about food, because when we're able to talk about all the other integration, the food stuff starts to resolve without trying so hard to manipulate. So this is why the weight loss goal and manipulating food is leaving you literally so empty. You feel empty inside because it's not, that's why I'm calling it shallow. I don't know another word to use. Like, I sound like shallow is so harsh, but I think you guys know what I mean. So yeah. Okay. So if this is a topic that you're like, I'm intrigued, I want to understand, please, Dana, help me understand why, like, how do I love myself? I don't even know how to do it. I really inside loathe myself and I'm afraid to tell people that. You can tell me that. And what we could do, if you'd like, is just have a really easy virtual coffee conversation. Like, let's just Zoom for a little bit and talk about like what's going on, why like this self-love has eluded you, maybe some things you could do, or ways you can think differently to help with facilitate this that I'm sharing with you today, that could make it a little bit easier for you. I would love to have a one-to-one call with you on that. It's just super casual. Think of it like virtual coffee. And if you live close to me, we could always meet up for real coffee because I love that shit. So all you would need to do for us to figure that out is send me a direct message on Facebook. If you're on my YouTube channel, you can comment below and say, I'd love to set up virtual coffee with you, Dana. Can we talk? This is a very low pressure, easy way to have a conversation about maybe some stuff you haven't felt comfortable talking about with other people, but you can certainly talk about it with me. Okay. So I can help to give you a little bit more customized framework for your situation. This is a very generalized video, right? So, awesome. Yes. Deep love is better than shallow love in many ways. Exactly, Deb. Exactly. We want to go deeper, not like wider this way, like the weight loss goals. Then we have like these other goals on the surface, those surface goals. And that's why it's like, we want to go deeper, plunge deeper than that, because that stuff is where you're unshakable. It's like we're seeking love from others. However, that's another trap, because when you start to love yourself, you're not so chasing of the love in the relationships. lately I've been having some conversations with my clients about their next relationship, like the next, a love attraction that they have in their life. And really it's been about, let me get myself well and healed first. And then you're vibing at a certain level that starts to, you don't have to try so hard to attract a mate. It's like, you'll find each other. Oh, you'll find each other. Trust me. When I was ready, like Steve and I found each other. And I didn't have to try. I wasn't trying. It was just, we showed up and we just connected and it was just easy. And because I had been doing work on myself to like, I really want to be the best individual partner that I can show up and be really present, and that I'm not leaning on my partner to help me feel better about myself. Like I'm seeing that work is for me to do, not for my partner to do, so hence this topic for our Valentine's Day. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining in today's episode of Freedom Fridays with Anna Lee. I go live 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 8 a.m. Pacific every Friday. And it's both in my Life Beyond Dieting Facebook group and on my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel, I have begun a playlist. So all of these Freedom Fridays, I will put in a playlist on YouTube, because I understand not everyone on my email list too is a Facebooker. So they want to watch some of these. And then on Facebook in my group, I have hashtag Freedom Fridays with Dana Lee, and that you can find all of the videos I've been doing the last couple of years, or last year, I don't know, for a while. So you're so welcome. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Sally. Thanks so much for being here with me live. And thank you to my replay viewers. When you are here on the replay, I feel like you're with me live. So please engage, comment as I'm asking questions. I want to hear your feedback, what's going on, because the thing is, it's not for me. Write and engage and share for you. So you can start to see what are you writing and how are you writing things. That's going to be very informative to how you're talking about yourself and maybe some of the hangups you have, not to be judgmental, but to learn. So you can really learn about yourself. Like, where am I getting stuck? Or, oh, isn't that interesting? I said it that way. So that's another reason why I ask you to, literally comment and share, so you can learn from yourself. And you're not just doing it for me. Also for the other ladies in the community, by the way, the more you share, the more other women are like, yeah, oh my God, I feel that way too. Or you're right. And this is the same for me. Or I love that. That's how we get the dialogue going and the conversation going. Thank you so much. Once again, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Fill yourself up from the inside. So eat like you love yourself, move like you love yourself, speak like you love yourself, and act like you love yourself. And if you have issues with any of that, let's set up a virtual coffee date. Okay. I'd love to talk to you. All right. So I will see you in the next one. Mwah.